Welcome to Bloodbath and Beyond. Today we review Astron 6's giallo satire, The Editor. You better hope he doesn't cut you out of the film.
Brought to us by Astron 6, written and directed and starring Adam Brooks and Matthew Kennedy, and also starring Udo Kier, Tristan Risk, Paolo Huerta, Laurence Harvey, Samantha Hill, and our sweet, lovable, fair-haired child, Connor Sweeney. The Editor is about an editor with a wooden hand who was in a horrible accident back in the day. So not only does he have to edit with a wooden hand, but he also has to deal with a string of crazy murders on set. Now what do we like? Like every other Astron 6 film, the cinematography in this movie was amazing. From the shot types and some of the unique camera tricks that they use, to the lighting. Like the crazy throwback lighting, like red and bright blue.
The lighting is what is most important in this film because it really sets the tone and mood. They really knew how to hit all their marks with their shots.
It's a satire of old school Italian giallo film. It's so weird how they can be so serious in certain scenes with all this brilliant lighting while saying some of the most fucking ridiculous lines that you've ever heard.
The story itself was brilliantly executed and delivered. They really paid homage to Italian cinema. And the satire, the humor that was involved was over the top and very Astron 6. The characters themselves really knew how to deliver their lines to make these jokes hit their marks.
I really feel that the inspector, played by Matthew Kennedy, carried this film as far as comedy is concerned. Nothing that he said really made sense, especially when he approaches Laurence Harvey, calling him a wizard. Laurence Harvey did a great job playing the priest, not a wizard. Just everything that this guy said was hysterical. Everybody in this movie did their role well, and it was fucking entertaining.
Yep. Even our fair-haired child. His character and the way he acted was absolutely hilarious. Oh my God, did we see some awesome blood and great prosthetics. Just everything was just so well done, and it was gory and bloody.
These guys know how to work the special effects, and it's amazing. Yeah. I love it. I also want to commend the female actresses because they did an amazing job. Samantha Hill, who played Bella, the assistant editor, was great. I've never seen her before, I don't think. She was phenomenal. Tristan Risk was excellent as always. And she was naked a lot of the time. Full frontal, if you guys are into full frontal chicks, this is the movie for you. And we also had Paolo Huerta, who I'm not usually a big fan of, but in this style movie, her acting does work.
They played the red herring perfectly in this film. You think you know who the killer is right off the bat, and they just keep throwing in these subtle hints and these red herrings, and it keeps you guessing right to the very end, and it's getting you more involved in the story.
Especially watching it with your friends. It's a lot of fun, like the back and forth that we had just trying to figure it out really helped the film like move along as far as like some of the drier parts, you know? I thought the music in this movie was perfect tribute to Italian cinema. I absolutely loved it. It sounded like old school Goblin. Now let's go on to our dislikes. If you guys watch any Italian old school like Argento, Bava films, they are slower. And so this movie did have its slow points. About 45 minutes into the hour mark, it was pretty dry. There was a lot of dialogue that wasn't quite necessary with not a lot of comedy going on. So you have to know that it is going to be slower in parts to kind of give some kind of tension.
If you're not familiar with Astron 6 and their films, by the end of this movie, if you may not like or get the ending, but it's kind of meta when you get to the end, don't hate it. Just accept it.
Now it's time for our final thoughts and ratings.
This film was absolutely hilarious, and if you're a fan of practical effects and really good kills and gore, this movie has it as well. And if you like nudity, it also has it. This movie really has everything, and I love it. There's nothing that I could say bad about this film other than it may confuse you at the end, but it's still a great movie. I highly recommend it. So that being said, I'm gonna give this 5 keeping your pimp hand strong out of 5.
It's my most anticipated film of 2015. The Editor did not let me down. It was a fantastic homage to giallo film. I really loved the lighting, the cinematography was on point, and the hilarity and like the crazy situations that everybody was put in was just amazing. I really love the performances, including Udo Kier from like Suspiria. I just thought everybody did a fantastic job, and you guys have to go out and watch this movie. So I'm gonna have to give this 4.5 excellent penises out of 5.
That's an excellent penis you have.
As always, thank you for watching. Like this video, and if you've seen the movie, let us know in the comments. If you haven't, check out the links in the description, pick yourself up a copy, and watch it, because it's awesome. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel to stay updated with our reactions, reviews, and games of What Would You Do.